What is up, you geezer, blow-tie geezers? It is Chris Modern9 here. 1-1 in Frankfurt. Europa League semi-final, first leg. I'll take that. I will take that. Of course I will take it. You know, we've got an away goal in Germany, which is nice. We can take that to Stamford Bridge and hopefully get the job done. Having said that, I felt there was a missed opportunity. And the reason why I say missed opportunity was because we looked the better team in the second half. Now let's just talk about the actual game itself. Let's talk about the goals first. Frankfurt go 1-0 up from their clinical finisher Luka Jovic with a header. Clean header. I mean, Luka Jovic is a fantastic finisher. He's making big headlines at the moment. You know, he's one of the more clinical players. You know, terrible defending yet again. I mean, we kind of missed Rudiger in that defence. We had to put up with Christensen and David Luiz because Rudiger was out injured. So we had to deal with those two. First half, really, really poor. It looked as if Frankfurt were taking the game to us. You know, it was very difficult for us to get into the game. Emerson, left back, had an absolute shocker. I was sitting there thinking, you know, he was having so much of a shocker that I was actually hoping that Alonso was there instead of him. And that's saying something. But yeah, our defence, our entire team in the first half were pretty much overwhelmed. You know, Frankfurt definitely looking like a team that deserved to be where they are in the competition, semi-finals. So, you know, credit to them. Second half, completely different story. We took initiative in the second half. Frankfurt looked very, very tired. And, well, right on the stroke of half-time, we actually equalised through Pedro. Fantastic finish. Great setup by Loftus-Cheek to Pedro to just drive it into the bottom corner, get the away goal. And I felt that it kind of stung them a little bit. And in the second half, they looked really tired. They looked inept. They looked they looked like they felt sorry for themselves. And this is where, my apologies, I had to stop the video because somebody just entered my cabin. Anyway, I felt there was a missed opportunity in the second half because Frankfurt were there for the taking. And we just went through this phase in the game where we had all these chances. We had David Luiz taking a free kick and it hit off the bar. We had just numerous chances, like Giroud couldn't find a good time to just turn around and shoot. There were opportunities like Willian trying to dribble across the goal and try to shoot. Like every single time we had a chance on goal, it was almost as if Frankfurt were just defending. And it was frustrating. Like, there were literally times where we were just managing to open up their defence all the time, from the left, from the right, everywhere. Now, this is where I talk about a player on the pitch today that was absolutely outstanding all game. The most cleanest, the most tidiest player in that entire game for us, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. What a performance. What a solid performance. He is the best player on the pitch, bar none. Bar none. 10 out of 10. Do you know what? 1,000 out of 10 for his performance. That is the sort of player that we need in the middle. That is the sort of player that we need to dictate play, to push the ball forward, to just the number of players he was dancing around on the ball, playing it out wide, playing the ball to where the ball needed to go. That is a player we need in this team. This is the sort of player that has to be playing regularly, week in, week out. But the most frustrating thing about that second half, and I can't understand why Sarri did it, he took him off. Loftus-Cheek, the best player on the pitch, and he gets taken off. And Kovacic replaces him. Why? This is the guy that is leading the surge to get a goal that could potentially give us a much better situation, and you take him off. Kovacic, when he came on, by the way, didn't do that much. He literally had the ball for a few times, and he did nothing. He did absolutely nothing compared to what Loftus-Cheek did on the pitch. If Loftus-Cheek stayed on the pitch for another 10 minutes, we could have been able to get a goal. We could have played the ball into outside the wingers, outside the left. We could have given it to either Hazard or Pedro. He could have whipped the ball in and then have Giroud be on the end of it with a header or something like that. Just to give us that little bit of advantage. Why are you taking off the best player in the last couple of minutes? And then right at the end of the game, we had Frankfurt even getting chances themselves. I think there were chances where right at the end of the game, I noticed a few players just making silly mistakes and Frankfurt just getting the ball. I think Jorginho a few occasions made a little bit of mistakes at the end. I've got to be honest with you. Speaking of Jorginho, he looked very good. I've got to be honest. First half, he started off very, very slowly. But then later on, he started making some very, very good decisions. I think he got a head injury during the game and he had to wear like a headband. But he was actually making some very, very good decisions, making some good passes, being a bit savvy with the passes, being a bit more thoughtful with the ball at times. And I found him a joy to watch. I actually did. Kante as well in the middle. He was good. It was very, very good. Won the ball on occasions, passed it out wide. Not the best performance, but it was good. I'm not saying it was terrible, it was good. But it's not his best performance, but it was good. Not as good as Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek, best player on the pitch, bar none. Defence, I don't think they had to do too much in the second half. Like, first half, well, there was nothing they could have done for Jovic's goal to put them ahead. But yeah, they were very, very shaky in the first half. Like, Christensen made some terrible, terrible tackles. He got booked. And then there was another challenge later on where I honestly thought that he was going to get sent off, and he didn't. The referee didn't send him off. I don't know how Christensen was able to survive for the entire 90 minutes. I was kind of like baffled by that. But yeah, Azpilicueta was okay. He wasn't great, but he was okay. Emerson at left back had a shocker. Especially in the first half, he had an absolute shocker. As I said at the beginning of the video, I honestly thought Alonso could have done a better job than him at left back today. I mean, if you have a completely different opinion to that, then fine. But I honestly believe that Emerson was better in the second half. Our performance as a whole, team-wise, was better in the second half. We saw people that played not so good in the first half play better in the second half. But Emerson especially in the first half, especially when Frankfurt had their tails up to try and get a very late goal, and that's exactly what they did, he was poor. Like, there were times where he just wasn't marking the winger making a run on the right-hand side where he should have been reading that, and he wasn't. He was just allowing the right-sided winger for them to just cross it in every single time, and it wasn't reading the run. Like, it was like completely pointless. I mean, like I said, as a whole, the team performance was not so good in the first half. We got a goal late in the first. I think it was right on the stroke of half time. Pedro got that goal, and I think that punched him in the stomach a little bit going into the second half. And then we started looking better. We dictated the game a bit more. Frankfurt were looking tired. Loftus-Cheek in the middle, just absolutely fantastic. The most tidiest player on the pitch. Dictating play was excellent. It's just a real pity that we have a situation again where we've got a perfect opportunity to have somebody there for the taking to get opportunities and we don't do it. I mean, I'll take the 1-1 going into Stamford Bridge. We've got the away goal. We've got the advantage. Despite it being a draw, we do have the advantage. If we do get a couple of goals, like if we go like 2-0 up, let's say, and then they get 2 goals back, then I guess they've got the advantage because they've got more away goals. But still, I'll take the draw. I'll take the away goal, but I just feel that there is missed opportunity to make that result better. Like maybe a win, maybe 2 goals. But it is what it is. I'm not complaining. It's not a defeat. We've got a chance. Downside is, on the other side of the coin, Arsenal beating Valencia 3-1. So that is that does not give me any hope at all. Do I think Valencia are going to win 2-0 against them? Probably not. I mean, let's be honest, I think Arsenal have done it pretty much. It's just crying out Arsenal-Chelsea final, isn't it? And to be honest with you, I'm just envisaging that in my mind right now, and I'm just thinking it's going to happen, and no, I'm not looking forward to it, because I just can't bear the idea of losing to Arsenal in another cup final. I just don't want to see it. Like, because Arsenal have been getting the upper hand of results against us lately, and it's just thinking about it right now is just not... It just doesn't sit right with me to just have the idea in my head that Arsenal have a potential of going, not only to go to a European Cup final, but if we actually meet them there in Baku, I mean, what happens if they beat us in the final? That's another bloody cup final they've beaten us. And not only that, they get Champions League football and we don't. That's if we don't get into top 4 this season in the Premier League. Everything is on the line right about now. Like, despite the number of games we've got left, like, everything is on the line. And I'm just sitting here thinking I'm not looking forward to the next few games of football. Oh, but here I am still doing these videos. I can't believe I've been so consistent all season. I don't think I've been able to do... I've literally not missed a single game this season when it comes to me doing match reviews at the end of every single game. I've been very consistent this season, and I'm actually pretty proud of it. So, please, let me know what you guys thought in the comment section down below, what you thought of tonight's game. Do you think 1-1's a good result? Do you think we should have got more goals in this game? Do you think we've got a good chance of seeing these guys away in the second leg? Maybe get like a 3-0 win would be nice. I don't think it's going to happen, but still a 3-0 win would be nice. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. There is no London Spitfire game tonight, so thankfully I don't have to do another video. But we've got Chelsea versus Watford and London Spitfire taking on Houston Outlaws in the Overwatch League. And both those games are on the same day. So great stuff for me, because I've got to do 2 videos on that day. I can't wait. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. And until the next one, I shall see you later. Hey door, and peace.